This is a video.
Let's address the elephant in the room. The elephant being this. I know I'm a little late on this topic and I have absolutely no excuse for it. Beside from that, the elephant wasn't really well advertised. But while we get over my delay, let's overanalyze. First of all, the cover looks AI, and I'm pretty sure it is, even though, well, it credits to no AI, which is kind of funny. But there's also a real photo laid over it. And if we zoom in, you can see that there's a sign saying Knickerbocker Avenue. We could have also just found it out by looking at the original photo. So, why am I doing this? Then I tried to find the original building on Google Maps, and I didn't. I just found that 2D looking guy there. I mean, what's up with that? But then I didn't want to give up that easily, and I actually found it. I found the building. Yay! Or at least I think I did. There are a few differences between those photos, but we also don't know the age gap in between them, and they're also not from the same perspective, so we'll let that slide. I also tried to find a connection between the Knickerbocker and the tigers, and it turns out that Knickerbocker Toy Company was an American toy company which made, among other things, little tiger plushies that are now super rare, and you can find them on eBay for $60 or less. I mean, get yourself a deal. Also, that is clearly a Tally Ho reference. I tried to find other connections between those two topics because they seem to have a recurring connection, but I couldn't, and the info that I found was just super vague. But also, Joe put tigers into other AI-generated images that went the cover and didn't have the Knickerbocker Avenue photo laid over them, so I guess he maybe just planned to have tigers in the cover anyways. So we've got a baby in the cover, a baby in the title, and tigers. But we don't have to try to make sense of it. It's Joe Harley. Or is it? That's right. You've all been fooled. It's not written by Joe Harley. It's written by Edward Giotsev. Well, who the fuck is Giotsev? Oh, wait. Joseph. Why? Like, what's this man up to? That's not how you write Joseph. You should know, Joseph. Of course, I'm just guessing that Edward Joseph Harley is just an alter ego or an artist name. But Joe hasn't used that name in his other, more recent stuff, so that's just kind of, sus. The song itself could be put into the genre of unnecessarily well-produced gibberish. Maybe that's what the flibbity jibbity jibber jabber sounds like, but one of my first thoughts while listening to the song was, Mr. Oizo. I know that it's basically just repetitive electronic beats, but how it's produced is giving. I know they don't sound exactly the same, but you have to admit, it has Mr. Oizo potential. It also sounds like he made it in half an hour in GarageBand, and don't ask me why I would know what that would sound like. Well, the lyrics are hard to analyze because, well, there is not much to analyze about. Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers has been around since the early 20th century and is a classic American tongue twister to train the face muscles. It became more popular through the movie The Last Action Hero, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, who just says it.
Well, listen to this one. Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers. Ha! You didn't know I'm gonna say that, did you? Where did you go? Huh?
He said it. Wow. And honestly, it's not that impressive. I mean, you could argue that this is not the best song you've ever heard, but it definitely has more groove than this, and definitely has more groove than it should have. I also thought of that comment, which is interesting because Ingrid Lamb has worked on both of those songs, but I didn't like Poo-Woohoo. I'm sorry. But even though we have no idea who that is supposed to be, and Joe used AI to create the cover, the song itself seems pretty real. I mean, just voice-wise, it sounds a lot like Joe. It also reminds me of Mucka Blucka. For that, I think it's the background vocals and also just the thing in itself. It is unnecessarily well-produced, Gibberish. He also did the double thing again. He released Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers and the instrumental to Some People Eat Flowers Out of Innocent Intent to Bring Heaven at the same time, as he already did on Christmas with the original Some People Eat Flowers Out of Innocent Intent to Bring Heaven and 609 or 609 or the 69ing song or whatever you may call it. The number is now also the same as under Johali Johali and all the other more older stuff. And that leads me to a question. Are we back? With we, I mean Joe went with back, I mean this guy is getting productive. And confusing. Bless you. Wait, what the fuck?